Hello, everyone. Welcome to a brand new episode of Simply Nerdy. I am joined by David and Lisa and Steven. And today we are going to be talking about some of the massive Switch 2 leaks. Looking over some of the data, some of the talking points, which we'll bring up here in just a little bit. I feel like these are rather convincing. Some of the images that have been shared. What are your guys' thoughts on what we've seen and heard so far?
I'm sick of these leaks. These recent ones are very convincing though, and a lot of them have come from like accessory makers for the hardware, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like all the ones I saw recently were saying this accessory maker has shared these images of the Switch 2 with us. And, there was like 3 different accessory makers that were sharing various images, and some of them look very detailed and pretty convincing. Now we have these images that are either the actual hardware, maybe a 3D rendering of it with tons of detail. The man, if it's fake, then people are just going to way too much effort to figure.
I,
It's
I
so
do
true.
feel like a lot of these pictures that we're seeing have confirmed a lot of stuff that we've heard in the past, like the USB port on top, the extra button
Mhm.
on the bottom right, which has a C on it. We still don't really know what that means. Any guesses what that could mean?
First thing I
Pretty
think
much.
of is some of the old Nintendo controllers, didn't they call them C buttons, and
Yep.
because they're like
Yeah.
arrows, right? I'm
Yep.
thinking of maybe the Nintendo 64 controller.
Nintendo 64 with the camera,
The C
little camera
buttons,
buttons.
and you had the C stick in the GameCube. That's fair.
Yep.
Yeah, I can't even think of what other utility it might. It's in such a different position that it makes it. I would think it would be not a typical gaming button. It would almost be like an accessory button.
Right. It's gotta be like
Um,
outside of a game, like maybe to bring up a different UI or a overlay of a UI above your game to tweak some settings or something. I don't know.
yeah, who knows? And it's. I don't know. I'm sick of Nintendo just kind of dragging this on. We've heard so much information. We're basically at the point where by the time Nintendo announces it or releases anything, we're just going to be like, we know.
Yeah.
We
I know,
know.
you know. Yep. It's so true.
It's just interesting how they like refuse to say anything. They just bizarre silence. No, they're not moving up a timeline to be like, well, it's leaked. We might as well just tell everyone at this point.
I was gonna say, maybe they didn't tell them to take it down because that would only be confirming that it's accurate.
They still want people to buy the original Nintendo Switch. And by announcing it and confirming it, which we all know is going to happen at some point, we at least know they're going to announce it in this fiscal year. And but a lot of leaks are saying that they're going to announce it sometime in January, and then it's going to release potentially mid-March, um, which doesn't sound very un-Nintendo like. It's not unlike Nintendo to shadow drop, not only shadow drop the console, but also say it's the announcement, but also the release is going to happen so suddenly.
Did they do something like that with the original Switch? The original Switch, I believe, released around March of 2017. That sound right?
That sounds right. Yep.
Yep.
Was the reveal in January? Was that super short
Yep.
like that?
It was.
So maybe they.
I mean,
Oh, it's a,
they revealed the original reveal video was in October, but then they had this giant Nintendo Direct / conference where they announced some games for it and showed off the hardware and gave a little tech demo on stage. And then, then it launched in March.
so if they did the same kind of thing here, it would be even shorter because they've said nothing other than which successor, right? It'll be announced in a fiscal year. That's all they've said. So there's no like teaser trailer from October or anything. It would just be whatever happens in January. Well, it's weird. It's weird to realize that we're only months away from an official reveal. If they're going to stick with that timeline of fiscal year, they only have until March.
Yeah.
Here's something.
Yep.
We'll see. We'll hear something relatively soon. Just I have no idea what to expect.
I'm hoping that these leaks are accurate because that means we get stuff sooner rather than waiting till the quarter 3, quarter 4 of 2025.
Yeah. And one of the leaks was saying, or some of the leaks were saying, the launch titles, it's just going to be packed with games.
Really?
That's not attached to like the hardware images we've been seeing. It's just something I saw, over the last few days. It's going to have an absolutely packed launch catalog. I don't know.
Hmm.
And at this point, that's like going to be the only surprise. If these leaks are real, like you said, we know what this
Yeah.
is.
Yep.
But at least there's still mystery in what the games will be, what the launch games will be.
True.
And other than if it really is coming March, then I wouldn't be surprised if Metroid Prime 4 is a launch title.
Woot woot. Let's go.
Mhm.
And some of these other games we know about but have no launch dates for it yet, such as Pokemon Legends ZA. I wouldn't be surprised if that's a launch title. And I'm kind of hyped for that now. I recently finished Legends Arceus. Haven't played many Pokemon games, but that was the best one.
I still haven't played that one yet, but I'm not okay. I haven't played either of these, so I can't really talk, I guess. But I'm like, how can we trust that ZA will be good when they made Arceus and then they made Scarlet and
Scarlet
Violet, which
and
are
Violet,
a dumpster fire.
True.
Like I
Yeah.
said, maybe they fixed them. Maybe they're pretty good. I haven't played them yet. I own it. I haven't played it yet.
Steve, haven't you played them? You're a Pokemon fan.
I
You're a big
played
Pokemon guy.
Arceus. I have not
Oh,
played
okay.
the other because of all
Oh,
the glitches and all the. I don't buy half-baked games.
that's fair.
Sorry. That was pretty mean. But Game
I don't
Freak,
know.
come on now.
I'm sure people have said much meaner things, Steve. I think that was relatively tame.
That was very
Okay,
tame. Yeah.
Okay, good.
But I can recommend
I just
Arceus,
called it a
Lisa.
dumpster fire, Dave. Okay, I mean Steve. Sorry. What, Dave?
What?
I
So
was
it's like a
saying
dumpster
calling
fire.
it half baked is way nicer than I have to mute.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Yes, you are correct. What do you guys? The Nintendo Switch 2, the price is likely to be what, $399 to $499.
That's kind of the rumor.
$500. That's
But
been the rumors
think
anyway.
about this. Depending on the launch titles, and if you need an extra set of controllers, you're already looking at spending upwards of $600, $700 with tax. So it's going to be pretty steep.
That's true. They're probably gonna have a killer Pro controller again.
Yeah, because
'Cause
I'm
that Switch
anticipating
controller.
getting maybe 2 launch titles, especially if Metroid Prime 4 is going to be there, and they're going to be $70 a pop.
Oh,
You know,
Mhm.
I know I don't want them to be, but almost guaranteed. Like that's just what it's going to be.
I don't play on other consoles enough. Is that standard now on other consoles? The $70?
For PlayStation, Xbox, yeah.
Pretty much all new games.
Yeah,
But the difference is that those other consoles, those games will usually go on sale in like a year for 10. You can get cheap. Where Nintendo's prices never. They'll go like $10 or $20 off on sale, but not very often.
Yep.
well, here are a
Like, pay
couple.
attention to me.
Oh, I was just gonna. Sorry. Okay, I was just gonna say here's a couple interesting points that people have also said that I'm excited for if this is true for the Switch 2. It could be capable of 4K, 30 FPS when docked. That is awesome.
Yes.
Another thing that it mentioned is that the Joy-Cons would use Hall effect sensors, which should eliminate stick drift.
Woo!
I'm not a big
Keep your fingers crossed.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the Joy-Con design. Like they felt very small, especially when you're playing with one and holding it sideways. I kind of wish they went with a different design. But if the ergonomics have been improved for these Joy-Con controllers, I can see myself liking it a lot more because it's right now I don't know. My hands feel cramped, almost like the issue that I had when I would play the 3DS, the original 3DS, and it was so tiny that my hand just after an hour, would
Yep.
cramp up.
That's one of the things I'm most excited about for the Switch 2 is the size of it, because the Joy-Con hopefully will fit better in my ginormous hands.
Yes. Yep.
Do you guys mean when you're playing with them in sideways mode, or even when you're playing with
Anything,
them in
even
vertical?
when I'm playing,
Anything.
when I
Yeah.
have
I
it
feel like
attached
vertical
to
mode
the
feels pretty good.
screen, when it's on its the little detachable controller pad, like that's
Yeah.
fine. But when it's like when I
Yeah.
have to hold the screen and do funky things with my pinkies to hold the screen
Yes.
up, and
Yes.
it just, I don't know, like
And if you say you could just get a grip for that, that's like a band-aid fix, man.
yeah, that's
Steven,
true.
Steven, get a grip.
It's still a
Get a grip.
The grip should not be the solution, Nintendo. Make it. I just really hope they take lessons learned from the Steam Deck.
Is the Steam Deck
So,
quite comfortable to
I
hold
mean,
though?
Very,
Yeah, that's good.
very.
That's good.
So based off what I've seen so far, it looks like it could be pretty comfortable, but maybe not to the level of the Steam Deck, but that's fine. As long as there's like it's more comfortable than the original Switch, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Regarding the Hall effect, like, I hope that's the baseline improvement. Like, it should be like a no-brainer that they try and improve the stick drift.
Yeah.
That's everyone hates about the Joy-Con the most is just the sticks wear out too fast. So
I have a stupid question.
yeah,
I have a stupid answer. You should
Yeah,
probably go first though.
What is Hall effect?
I don't know.
It's a specific kind of sensor that it's a phenomenon when a magnetic field and an electric current are applied to a conductor, is what Google's telling me. So essentially it uses magnetism instead of like physical haptics.
If like dust gets into the joystick, it doesn't ruin it. It's not depending on physical, tiny physical movements. Anyway.
Mm-hmm.
No, good question, because I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people that hear that and are like, "What the heck is a Hall effect?"
It's true.
Yeah.
Well, it will be really nice to feel like you're not just buying something that could break next week for $70.
PlayStation, I'm looking at you too. PlayStation
What did
5
they
has
do?
the
Shots fired.
PlayStation 5 has the same issue. The
With the joystick?
controllers will drift after a little bit. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So I've already bought 2. So I bought 4 controllers. I've already had to replace 1, and I'm going to need to replace a second now as well. And even if you get there, how much is it? $200 Elite controller or $150 Elite controller? Even those swappable joysticks will start drifting too. And then the replacement joysticks are supposedly really hard to get a hold of because they are sold out everywhere because everyone needs them because they're drifting. So it's like, buy a $70 controller that will last you for maybe a year. By the time the warranty expires, then the drift starts, then you buy yourself another one.
I mean, it's an interesting business model. It's a marketing strategy.
It sure is. Where's my magnifying glass? Anyway, it'll be really nice if Nintendo actually fixes this problem. This is,
So I wanted to go back to launch titles. Aside from Metroid Prime 4, what games would you guys hope that they would release? Maybe some Mario content, Zelda. I know Mario Kart has been another one that people have thrown out there that's Mario Kart 9 is pretty much confirmed. Yeah.
Give me Mario Kart 9. It's been too long with Mario Kart 8.
Yeah. Yeah. Isn't one of the rumors that they'll release like a Mario Kart 9 themed version of Switch 2?
Yep.
Or something like that.
Ooh.
So that'd be a no-brainer because Mario Kart 9 is the most evergreen title that's ever existed on Nintendo console. Like it's still showing up in the chart, like top 10 charts in various places and stuff. And when was it released? Like, I mean, I guess it was a Wii U game,
right? Or even before that.
It was a Wii U game originally.
Is Wii U and 3DS and
yeah. So this game is printing money, and anyway,
that really is. Seriously,
they need to launch Switch 2 with a Mario Kart game.
Mm-hmm.
I want a 3D Mario. I want Mario Odyssey 2.
Mm-hmm.
Same. That's what I want. They probably won't do a direct sequel for a Mario game, but give me a 3D Mario with
Did it with Galaxy.
give me Odyssey 2. You did it with Galaxy. Done. I want an Odyssey 2 so bad. I don't know if they'll do it, but I want it so bad.
It's been interesting because I recently I've been playing the All-Stars Mario 3D All-Stars collection. I just wanted to get through some of the games that I bought and haven't finished. And it's just become super clear to me that Mario Odyssey is on another level compared to. I know that the Mario 64 and others are classics, but I just like.
I'd even be okay with another Mario Wonder style game if they wanted another Mario game.
Yes.
3D Mario would be, I would be more excited. That would be superior. But I'd take it because Mario Wonder was pretty phenomenal. I really liked that game.
Right? Absolutely incredible.
You know what? In addition to like first party titles, I'm hoping Switch 2 is powerful enough that some of the major AAA games that never made it to Switch might be a launch title. Elden Ring maybe. Elden Ring.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's one
cool.
that one's on my list of games to play someday. I love Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, and it seemed like I also really enjoyed Dark Souls, which isn't my usual kind of game. So, yeah, like Dark Souls combined with the open world, style of Breath of the Wild. I was like, okay, I want to try that. So I haven't gotten around to it, but if they released it on Switch 2, I think that would be the final push for me to play it.
Something else that just came to my mind was the Xenoblade Chronicles X that they announced. Did they specify what console they were going to release that on? So that could be a launch title.
Nope.
It has a March release date. I think it'll be a cross-gen game.
Yeah.
But
Sick.
A dual release, yeah.
If the Switch 2 is launching in March, then it would be silly to not put it on both consoles.
I agree.
Exactly.
I
Well,
want
and we already
animal.
know we've heard that it's backwards compatible. So whether you buy it for the Switch and then play it on your Switch too, like it's
Yep.
Good point. It's definitely cross-gen then.
Yeah.
since the next one's backwards compatible.
Yeah.
Are they gonna have like a select few titles where they're like, this is 4K ready? Other titles are coming later, or like, here's original Switch games. Here's a few that are ready for 4K. Here's a few that are going to be coming soon.
I think there will. There's been rumors about Breath of the Wild, right? There was rumors about like I don't know, what do you call it?
Remaster, something.
Something.
Definitive.
Improved.
Yeah.
Of Breath of the Wild, and so maybe they'll be like, here's the upgraded version of this game on Switch 2. So
for $10 more, or just like an update if you already own it.
If they want my love, then it'll just be a free update.
Agreed.
I think they definitely want your love, David.
If they want my money, then it'll be the $10 upgrade. But if they want my loyalty and love,
here's a random thought. Because you brought up Elden Ring earlier as a potential indie launch title, even, or at least being the Switch 2 being capable of it. Maybe not necessarily a launch title, but I would love to see, and maybe this is far-fetched, but I would love to see Final Fantasy VII remake and rebirth on the Switch.
Dang.
I probably wouldn't get it because I'm getting it on the PC already, but like that would be amazing. Or Astro Bot. Can you imagine?
Oh man, can you imagine if Astro Bot came to
Sony
Switch?
would not do that, but they would get
I
so
highly
much
doubt it,
money if they did
dang.
it. That makes me wonder: are there speakers? Are there other features in it? But
did you know, on a slight tangent, that the original Joy-Cons can make sound? Like, I was playing, I think, Kirby Star Allies. We beat that one, and the controllers started playing a song. Not with speakers. It was like using the HD Rumble to play a song or something.
Yep.
What?
It
was bizarre. It was bizarre.
It's awesome.
Wow.
I've never seen it since, and so like part of me wonders, did it really happen? But
is this real? It's awesome.
I have to look it up. But yeah, I recall we like beat it, and it was like playing victory music, and I was like, wait, what's happening here? The controllers are doing something, and it was like, and they like buzzed some song with the HD Rumble. I don't know.
Sick.
Wow.
I've
Well,
seen that with another game. I don't remember what it is, so I'm sorry.
but
It's
but it was a
I know
Switch
it's
game.
happened in a different game too.
Yeah, I don't know, but that's so maybe they're going to take it a step up and do actual speakers in it. Who knows?
Yeah, I was just gonna ask what you guys think the top C port is for. USB-C port on the top. Other than now, you can finally charge your Nintendo Switch from the top when you're doing tabletop mode, which for me isn't very often. So I've never really ran into that problem. But, other than that, what else could it be used for? Maybe some headphones if you plug in USB-C.
Maybe.
I mean, potentially,
but
or
I don't know.
adapters for controllers, like the GameCube adapter, a GameCube
Oh yeah,
adapter.
here's something I want to talk about. So we already kind of discussed a little bit of the Nintendo Switch 2 could be capable of 4K 30 frames a second when docked. Is that going to be a stable 30 frames per second, or are we going to experience some more frame rate drops?
I mean, 30's pretty low. Like that's like baseline. I feel like if it's capped at 30, then we'll pretty much experience smoothness the entire time. But if they
That's what
try
I'm
to
hoping.
release some games with 60, then
Prepare
then
yourself.
I would expect a lot of frame rate issues. But
I'm not sure if this is real or not, but I feel there was rumors about performance modes, and that would be awesome. Like you could have the option 4K 30 per second, 30 frames per second, or you know, standard.
It's like a performance mode or a high fidelity mode kind of thing, like the PlayStation.
Yeah, why not? That'd be
Why
awesome.
not?
Like if I
That'd be
want
cool.
if I want 60 frames per second instead, then I could go for that. But I don't know.
maybe that's what the C button is. It stands for cap, and you can cap your FPS. It'll put it in performance mode and say cap it at 30 FPS.
Oh man,
There you go,
You heard it here
performance mode button.
Performance mode
there you
button,
go.
yeah.
There you go. Have you talked about the screen yet?
We briefly talked about it. I know in the past we've also mentioned it's not OLED, it's
not.
LCD.
LCD.
But it's the same size as the Steam Deck's OLED, and it's bigger than the original Switch.
Right.
But yeah, was there anything else about the screen that you were particularly fond of?
It just seems bittersweet.
Yeah,
because OLED screens. I mean, I got the OLED screen for the Steam Deck, and oh my gosh,
it's beautiful,
it is
man.
beautiful. And the OLED screen for the Nintendo Switch is again gorgeous. And going back to the LCD screen after that is going to be
tough.
It's gonna be hard. Yeah,
But here's the
I was
thing.
gonna say, why
but
did
it's
they do that?
bigger. But it's bigger. So it's like
Why did they decide to not do an OLED?
Probably
Pricing.
to
Save money. That's my
Oh,
guess.
okay. Yeah.
Here's the thing, and I'm probably in the minority, at least when it comes to our panel. I play 90% of the time docked. Like I almost exclusively play the Switch docked.
I'm the same as you, Austin.
So I know, and
I've
Anthony,
started to play more handheld.
at least I know Anthony tends to take his Switch like everywhere he goes, and so he likes to play handheld. And I think you guys have also mentioned playing in handheld mode and noticing better performance that way.
I love the flexibility. I do play most of the time on TV, to be honest, but you know, if I am like really into, you know, recently playing Pokemon Legends Arceus, I actually played that one handheld a lot because I was sneaking in time when I wouldn't normally play it.
Yeah.
Nice.
So you know, in those cases, I'll take it off the dock. I'll play handheld. The kids can watch a show or something. So like that flexibility is very valuable to me, even if I do play most of the time. So anyway, that's one thing I'm glad is carrying over for the Switch successor. Like if these leaks are true at all, it's clear that it'll keep that flexibility, that portability, and that's a valuable feature to me. So
for sure, they can't go back. Please don't go back. So according to rumors, anyway, and based on our notes here, The dock has 2 USB-A ports, 1 USB-C, 1 HDMI port, and an Ethernet port. Yeah,
Oh,
Ethernet port.
Oh, nice. Hardwire the switch in. Dang.
Yes,
That'll
just like
be
the
good.
OLED model. OLED model has that too, but the original Switch you had to have an adapter, Ethernet to USB adapter. But yeah, that'll be nice to have it just built right into the dock. So we will have some ports going on.
Oh, you're talking about the dock now?
Yep.
That makes sense. Okay. All right. I was confused for a second.
Sorry. Yeah, not the Switch itself, Dave. This is the dock. 2 USB ports, 1 USB-C, an HDMI port, and an Ethernet.
Yeah, it makes sense. I was just trying to picture like an Ethernet port on the handheld Switch.
Please don't. Please don't.
Does
Those
that
things are huge.
I wonder if they've had to make the dock bigger. I know the Switch 2
Right.
itself
It
is expected to be lighter. It's a little wider and taller, but it's expected to be about the same as the OLED. Anyway,
which is light, by the way.
It's
think
pretty
it's
dang
light.
light. Yeah, I get scared sometimes because I'm like, "Whoop," it's just gonna slip right out of my hands.
Yeah, right.
Something I just thought of actually, Monster Hunter Worlds. Could that be a potential launch title for this?
When is it launching? Monster Hunter Wilds?
February or January? February. I don't remember. Somewhere around there.
I mean, Monster Hunter Rise, I think
That'd be
did quite
sick because
well.
it would have just released like the month before.
Okay, so if it was coming to Switch, like you hopefully wouldn't have
Looking
to
it up.
wait too long.
Hold on.
Is it Wilds? I think I said World. Monster Hunter
February
Wilds.
28th. It's Wilds.
Okay.
Yeah.
February
Monster Hunter
28th,
Wilds.
2025.
It is February. Yeah.
I was just saying, I think Monster Hunter Rise was a Switch exclusive for a while, and I think it did quite well. So it's not like Capcom has any reason to avoid putting Monster Hunter games on Nintendo consoles. Yeah, I think it would only be a question of if the hardware is powerful enough to handle it. Powerful enough.
That's true.
David, don't tell me that. You're going to make my decision so much harder. I was like, I'm going to get it on PlayStation 5. And now I'm like, I'm going to get it on my Steam Deck. And now you're going to make me think about the Switch too. Gosh dang it, man. Where am I buying this game? I know I'm buying it, but where?
It's going to be the key, I think, with the Switch 2. We're seeing the hardware. It looks very familiar, little differences. And, I think the selling point will be, can it play, will there be like this AAA games that this original Switch could not play, Switch 2 can play? And will it be available? Something like Monster Hunter Wilds would be amazing.
Echoes of Wisdom.
Echoes of Wisdom.
New and improved. Right?
I've only heard things, but
I feel like we've kind of covered it, with the new Switch 2 information we have that feels real, believable. I won't be surprised when Nintendo reveals it, and here it is.
Just a few more weeks, guys. Just a few more
hopefully.
weeks, and the Nintendo themselves will make it official. At the end of the day, what we've learned is, thanks to leakers, I guess the takeaway is that snitches get switches. Huh?
That was pretty good.
That should be the title. Snitches get switches.
I like it. That will be the title of the video.
Nice. There you go.
That's awesome.
It would just be nice for them to acknowledge something. They don't even have to give us a release date, for heaven's sakes. Just give us an official Twitter message saying, yes, the leaks are real. You heard it there first because we're slow.
I love how you said expose. That's amazing. That's what they do that anyway for everything else.
Yeah.
Expose. Here's the Switch 2.
Anyway,
great.
yeah, that pretty much covers it though, guys. So yeah, I guess we'll end it there, and we want to thank all of you awesome viewers and new subscribers, even though YouTube totally gypped us of all the hard work we did, and all you wonderful people who joined our channel. I don't even.
Yes.
It's, anyway, that's a whole separate story we'll have to tell you guys about if you're interested.
Yes.
Yeah, the Brandon Sanderson event was a huge success regardless. We appreciate all you guys who are here, all the views and support, the comments, everything. So if you do like this content, please drop a comment and slap that like button. Actually, be gentle. Poor like button. It's very sensitive. And but that subscribe button and the notification bell, definitely hit those so you can be notified of future content. And I feel like there's something else I was going to mention. Discord channel. There's a link in the description, so you can come hang out with us, talk with us about all the news and other nerdy shenanigans that we like to share there, as
Including
well.
food. So.
Yes, and music and all sorts of stuff. And then merch. If you guys are interested, feel free to purchase your very own Essence of Austin Simply Nerdy white T-shirt. Yeah, we'll leave it there before I drag this on even longer than it probably already is. Thanks again, and until next time, keep it nerdy.
Keep it nerdy.